Wow, 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 wow. Cue awesome Transformer sounds. Vroom, vroom, arm cannon. So Bumblebee is a prequel to the Transformers series. It could be a reboot. Honestly, I don't even know if Paramount knows that at this point. But the first Transformers movie not being directed by Michael Bay. This one's being directed by Travis Knight, who I believe is the head of Laika. He directed Kubo and the Two Strings, which I love. I think Michael Bay was on as like an executive producer, but I'm not entirely sure he did that much with this movie. The movie follows a young girl named Charlie, who's played by Haley Steinfeld. She just turns 18. She gets a car for her birthday, which is a yellow Volkswagen Bug. That car turns out to be a Transformer called, you guessed it, Bumblebee. And from there, she begins to have this bond with her car because she's having a tough time with her family. There's some government agents also after Bumblebee, and there's some Decepticons after Bumblebee as well. And what we have here, easily 100% the best Transformers movie that's ever been made. Well, live action Transformers movie. Now with that statement, I'll definitely give a disclaimer saying that I haven't seen the last two Transformers movies. I pieced out after Dark of the Moon. But honestly, was I really missing all that much? From what I've heard, I haven't been. I did hear Bumblebee fought in World War II. Bumblebee fought Nazis, I guess, in the fifth movie. Right out the gate, the first 10-15 minutes of the movie, that alone, best Transformers movie of all time. It's kind of like the beginning of Up. I mean, it's in no way similar, but you know how there's that meme of people going like, Up told a better love story in 4 minutes than Twilight did in 5 movies? The first 10-15 minutes of Bumblebee told a better Transformers movie than Michael Bay did in the last 5 movies. And then once the rest of the movie starts to unfold and he meets Haley Steinfeld, I thought the rest of the movie was really good too. I really like Haley Steinfeld. She's become a really good actress. I didn't know this until recently, but she won an Oscar for True Grit. She got nominated at least. That's insane. But she was in The Edge of 17 a few years ago, which I thought that movie was amazing. And then she was in Ender's Game. She was pretty good in Ender's Game too. The majority of this movie does rest on her shoulders and her interacting with Bumblebee. And I thought she brought it. I thought what they did with Bumblebee was cool. And this movie's not littered with origin story stuff like a movie like Solo was. You do find out a few things about Bumblebee, like why he's on Earth, why he lost his voice, but the movie didn't feel like a checklist. You know, it didn't feel like it was littered with just exposition stuff to please fans. This entire movie, the focus of it is always on Haley Steinfeld and Bumblebee, and that's the movie's biggest strength. Now, a few times the movie does stray away from that relationship because it's a Transformers movie, so there has to be some government involvement, of course. And when the movie goes down that hole, you definitely feel like it loses a little bit of focus. I thought John Cena in the movie actually was pretty good, but if there's a weakest actor in this movie, it's also probably John Cena. But like I was saying in my Aquaman review, how I feel like James Wan used all of his supporting characters for exactly the right roles, I feel like Travis Knight did the same thing in this movie with John Cena. I feel like he knew exactly when and how much to use the guy. And what was great about this movie is that as far as the Transformers, you have like little cameos of other characters, but for the most part, it's Bumblebee and 2 Decepticons. So when the action's going down, I knew what was happening. That was a revelation for me, because I haven't really felt that way in any Transformers movie since probably the forest fight in Revenge of the Fallen. And I'm not going to go back and watch Revenge of the Fallen just for that one scene, because why the heck would I? The movie's a lot of fun. It's set in the 80s, and a lot of movies and TV shows nowadays are set in the 80s. But this movie didn't feel like 80s the movie. Like, it still told a story. It just used the 80s as a setting, which was nice. Harken back to some of John Hughes' movies and Steven Spielberg movies, which, yeah, let's talk about that. This movie follows the boy and his dog story pretty much to a T. We've seen that before in Iron Giant, Lilo and Stitch, How to Train Your Dragon, and the most famous example, Spielberg's E.T. And the movie didn't really bring anything new to that storyline other than it's Transformers now. But I'm not gonna lie, when a movie does this storyline really well, all those little cliches, I don't really mind them that much. That might bother some people. I know some people were annoyed with The Force Awakens when it copied pretty much the same exact plot as the original Star Wars. So maybe that same repetitive nature will bug some people here. I'm not sure. I didn't really have a problem with it though, because despite the fact that you have seen this storyline done multiple times, the movie still manages to hit you with the feels. A Transformers movie did that. That's baffling to me. So it's a story done a million times, but it's done really well here. At the end of the day, if you gave it faith on the Transformers movies like I had years ago, I think you should go see Bumblebee because I think you're going to have a lot of fun with it. And this movie's not doing that great financially, and I want it to do better because I want the studio to see this is what we want from Transformers movies. Good storytelling, first and foremost. Cool action and special effects, it can come later. Because Bumblebee, actually, the movie doesn't have that much action in it. But I never got bored with this movie because the characters were so fleshed out and so good. So this was a huge leap for the Transformers series. I'm really glad I saw it. I'm really glad I gave it a chance. If you haven't given it a chance yet, go see it. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Unless you want to go see Bumblebee fight some Nazis, then I think you'll be disappointed with this one. So, Bumblebee, have you guys seen it? If you have, let me know what you thought of it down in the comments. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys liked it, you can click subscribe and check out some of my other videos, and I'll catch you guys next time.